5 natural ways to combat headaches. Have headaches plagued your life and seems that pills just aren't working? Too difficult to swallow? Or you would just prefer a more natural approach? Well, try some of these great natural recipes for cure the aches and pains in our head. Each recipe or idea has worked for me and my friends swear by them. Each natural remedy is my own with the Native American and clinical practice as my base. I just came up with some modern home-cooked ways of doing things. Also, everyone is different, so some of these may work and others may not. Nutmeg poultice. California nutmeg. Native Americans created poultice, process of mixing animal fat, was put on the temples of the head to reduce swelling and soothe headaches. First, I take 2 pinches of nutmeg. If it is already ground up, you can skip this step and put it onto a smooth non-porous surface and begin chopping and crushing until it becomes powder-like. No, it does not need to be perfect. Personally, I find that halfway ground up works best. Second, take 2 teaspoons of fat or oil, from any animal works. I like to use bacon grease or chicken fat, and put it into a small mixing bowl. Vegetable oil can be a substitute for the animal fat. Third, put the trimmings of nutmeg into the bowl as well and begin mixing with your fingers until it is all evenly mixed. After it becomes your body temperature, you are all set. You can put a little vinegar or lemon to liquidate it a little more, depending on your preference. Fourth, take a dab on your finger or soft cloth, apply and massage into afflicted areas. Garlic essential oils. Garlic has been the main point of study in 18 clinical trials and over 3,000 scientific studies. Hundreds of ailments have been treated by garlic, so if your headache is caused by your sinuses, then consuming and inhaling garlic is for you. Just be careful because chemical burns and skin irritation from high concentrates is great possibility. Use vinegar to neutralize such burns. One of my favorite things to do is to take essential oils of garlic and put it in my favorite recipes. Pizza and spaghetti are mine. Or if your family does not like garlic, just put it on your own food. Be careful not to overdo it though. Not only will help your head and sinuses, but it is also good for your heart. Purple sage tea. Now please, remember sage tea is only an inhalant or to be used as a warm compress for your head and temples and is not for consumption. That being said, American Indian groups used this tea to heal headaches caused by colds and flus. It is best to only use the leaves and seeds to make the tea. Found in dry, rocky areas such as plains and deserts in places like Idaho and Nevada. First, break up the sage into tiny pieces so it comes out to be approximately 1 tablespoon and put it onto a coffee filter or 2, depending how thin they are. Tie up the filter into a little pouch with some string. Be sure it is tight enough so it will not spill out. Cut off the excess part of the filter. Second, boil 1 cup of water. Once it comes to a boil, pour it into a cup and submerge the little pouch you made into the water. Third, mix the pouch around in the cup and inhale until the heat or aroma disappears. Repeat as needed. You can also use the mixture as a hot compress to put on your forehead. Just take a washcloth and wet it with the warm mixture and place it on the painful areas. Be careful not to get it in your eyes. Wild mint tea. Native Americans use the leaves of mint to treat aches of the body, especially headaches relating to influenza and minor colds. It can be found in moist areas, meadows, near streams all over North America. First, use dried leaves. Crush up the leaves on a non-porous surface and make them as fine as you wish. The more you use, the stronger the drink. If it is very painful, the stronger the better. Remember, though the finer it is, the more it will float in the tea. Second, boil at least 1 cup of water and pour it into a cup. Mix the mint into the drink until the most of the leaves sink to the bottom. Third, once you smell the aroma of the mint, it is ready to drink. For an increased effect, inhale every time before you take a drink. Wild oregano. The Rama Navajos used teas and poultice as treatments for aches and pains all over the body, including headaches. It's found in open rocky, dry places like Arizona and New Mexico. The kind you buy at the store will work fine, but it's always better to dry out plants yourself. Using oregano in your cooking, brewing tea, and creating poultice versions, for either internal or external use, is what makes oregano the best and most convenient solution. You can do just about whatever you like with it and it will soothe your symptoms. Personally, I prefer brewing a tea and using it to cook with, as seasoning. Works very well, but is powerful and is not for the faint of heart. Also, it is very easy to overpower the other seasonings, so lots of taste testing is recommended. Hope this guide was helpful. You can take what I have written and change it up as you see fit, experiment with all different ways and see what suits you. Be ready for a happier and more natural you. Related posts: 3 natural methods to aid against bronchitis. Lavender, a natural remedy. Part 1. Make your dog happy with our natural doggy treat recipe the Indians plant for survival. You will never look at insomnia the same again.